has ever claimed to drop bombs just for fun, that would, of course, brand that president as a sociopath. And so, of course, Donald Trump said exactly that. On Saturday, in a telephone interview with NBC News, Donald Trump said that he might continue to bomb an oil facility on Karg Island in Iran, quote, just for fun. That phrase will live in infamy with Donald Trump's name for hundreds of years, as historians are able to isolate those words, just for fun, as the conclusive proof they will need to make the case that Donald Trump is a sociopath, that Donald Trump was a mad bomber in every
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C Chung, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back. Yay!
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in this gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning, at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirt. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday, March 24th. We are back at it, looking for that next sub, that next subscriber, that next person to jump on. Bring a friend. Like and subscribe. Let me turn the applause off. Well, let me keep it on because I'm not used to the person that rocks with me on the show being here this damn early. Jay Black don't normally pop in for another 10 to 15 minutes. And Jay Black is chilling at home right now. And somehow another Sexy Mo decided she wanted to be on time. Sexy Mo's in the building. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. She's here. And I'm shocked. I heard the thing pop. It just said boop, and it was. I said, "Who is that?" And it is. It was.
Allegedly, Sexy Mo.
Just popped up in here all on time. Unmute yourself. There you go.
I mean,
all right.
I'm this morning, Michael Sean, because you sent me the link. You know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Who thunk it? Who knew it? Who knew it?
That's the link that gets sent to me.
All right. Let me, before I ask you a few questions about how your night was last night, let me get to these good mornings. Let me take it from the top. Who's on here? Asha Boo, what's going on? Good morning. Blessings, beautiful people. Welcome to Tuesday. Make it a great day. I like it. Directing to the point. There you go. And she said she had the automatic good morning. Blessings, Mike. And Jay Black is at home chilling. Sexy Mo is here. Sexy Mo's on time. Normally we got to send a text message, see where Jay's at, tell him he ain't got no more sick days. But Mo says, fuck it. You said I should be here at a certain time. I guess I'll be here. Good morning, Miss Parker. Good morning. Miss Parker, thank you. Michael Sean and Jay Black and Queen Mo. Okay. She done jumped off to Queen Mo already.
Thank you.
Lechon. I got you, Lechon. You got you, Lechon. Let me see if I can scroll past these. KT, what's going on? Good morning, KT. How are you? Miss Clark, what's going on? Miss Clark, LaShawn, Cousin Ash, is the baby kicking in the belly? And I won't even say alleged. I believe that you are actually here. You are actually pregnant. We believe. And we believe the baby boy is going to be incredible and be a future takeover legend. And Miss Parker, Diane, you in here? Let me see if you in here. You in here. All right. TOLs, got you, mama. Good morning. Cousin Nash, she's saying what's up to people. Let me scroll, see if I missed somebody. No case needs to be built. We know he's a psychopath and sociopath as well as a narcissist. Yeah, got worse. Gets worse every day. We'll talk about what's going on in the airports right now in New York, where ICE is chilling, doing nothing but harassing people. Jeanette, what's going on there? Mama, what's going on? Cousin Ed, Mike and Mo. Anita, what's going on? Ms. Rivers, what's going on? What's popping? Good morning. It's Anita. It's Anita, right? That's Annette. Annette? Did I say that right? Which one is it, Mo?
Annette.
Annette's, right? Okay, Annette. Kept calling you Anita. I don't know. My bad. I'm sorry. Annette. My bad. I knew Anita back in the day. And Anita's like an old school name.
Good morning, beautifuls.
That's an old school name. But Annette. Ashbu saying good morning. Tawana Coleman. Tawana, what up? Good morning. Billy and Tawana, and we are good. Yeah, whole bunch. And I'm gonna be happy today because there's a whole bunch. Just a whole bunch. And none of it's positive. But I'm positive. We're good. But we're trying to escape and get into some subjects. I would normally ask Jay Black, so I'll ask you now, Mo. How was your night? Anything special happened?
Yes, I was on the phone with a new friend for 3 hours. 3 hours.
What you mean with a new friend?
No. Okay. What I mean by like just a person that you meet. Y'all click.
Oh.
We had great conversation. Great holistic conversation.
Yeah, you a little glowy. You a little glowy over that conversation.
No.
You're a little glowy.
You know, the universe sometimes put people together for different reasons, and that was definitely right on time for both of us. So yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's get a little clap on. Let's get a little clap on for that. I feel glowiness.
Yeah, I ain't a friendly friend person, but you know what? That person restarted my engine, and I restarted theirs, and yeah, I felt good this morning.
3 hours. Wait
3 hours.
Thank you.
It was good.
What the hell are y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Life. Y'all share. So y'all shared. Y'all were sharing.
Yes, it was good.
I ain't seen you like this.
It wasn't the intent of the phone call. It was actually where the direction of the phone call went. You know, God, you know.
Wow.
Infinite wisdom.
So this is a new friend that you just happened to meet somewhere.
Yes, I was doing business with a person, and we just ended up. I don't know how, but I mean, you know, sometimes the therapist in me,
right,
line of questioning just goes off into, you know, another direction. But yeah, it was a very, very holistic conversation. And I got to know the person in a whole nother light. I was pleasantly surprised.
Let me get this definition of Let me get this definition of holistic conversation. Give me a little definition of what a holistic. I'm thinking holistic as healthy and wellness and stuff like that and all this.
Yeah. So it was a conversation centered around just mental, physical, and emotional health. And a lot of times, you know, you don't meet somebody right off the back and that's what they, you know, you guys exchange the conversation. But yeah, we both were talking about the importance of mental, physical, and emotional health. And it was a very good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Holistic. Let me see what Ashabu. I know exactly I know exactly what you mean, Mo. This is
Yes.
me. This is the reenactment of how Ashabu was probably saying this in her mind. I know exactly what you mean, Mo. Random meetings at the corner bakery with a woman named Jean. Took us only 10 minutes to chat and shared numbers. We've been friends ever since. Going out again soon. That's very nice. But I think this is a gentleman she had this conversation with. I think this is a gentleman she had.
But it wasn't anything like where your mind
No. I'm not. My mind is nowhere. My mind.
Okay.
Don't judge my mind. Don't try and put my mind somewhere where it's not. My
I'm just
mind is
saying,
nowhere.
your mind is wondering, it's asking
No,
questions. Well, what kind of conversation was this?
no.
You
This
know?
is nice. If you have a 3 hour
Yes,
with no problem, the 3 hours just flew by. Like you didn't even realize you were on the phone for 3 hours.
yes. We
That's a
had to
big.
second
That's a big
ourselves. We
deal.
were like, it's been 3 hours. We got things to do.
Exactly. You probably had to go to sleep or something.
No,
Was it last night or was it during the day?
yeah, it was uh early evening that turned into latter evening.
I'm trying to think. The last person, the last person of the, I'm no. Let me stop lying. The last person that I had a 3 hour conversation with, I don't even remember the last person I had a 3 hour conversation with on the phone.
Me neither.
Maybe
I'm
my
not a phone
lawyer.
person.
You what?
I'm not a phone person.
Oh, you're
I
not a phone person.
I will text you until the cows come home. Do you understand? But to
Yeah.
talk to somebody on the phone, I had to train myself to even be a phone person sometimes
Right.
when necessary. But it was effortless. That's what I mean by holistic. It was very effortless. It
Mm.
was very engaging. It was
Mm.
very pour back into my own cup as much as I'm
Mm.
pouring into other people's cup.
Look at
Um,
this shit here. Look at
yeah,
this.
it's just wholesome.
Mm. So
Yeah.
so do you expect to have more phone calls? Do you is there going to be a dialogue, a texting? Like what up? How you doing?
It's
How's
not gonna
everything
be
going?
every day. It ain't gonna be. It's not like a what you doing, big head type of phone call. It's not like that.
Uh huh.
Not like that. It's just one of those
Hold
touching
on.
bases, touching and agreeing with someone. Um, and that's rare. It's rare that meet somebody and then you're just automatically thrown into this random conversation and you connect. And so it was very refreshing. It was
Okay.
mhm.
I'm interested. I'm interested. I like when people. I think when people have conversations like that, right? I think it's
Mhm.
cool when people have an excitement about it for whatever reason. For whatever reason, your excitement is there's an excitement about it, and it seems to have sparked you and given you a little energy in a good way.
Yeah, it did because my energy stores were like low. When you're a therapist or when you deal with people's behaviors, a lot of times it's drained, like it drains your energy. I'm an energy person. So
Right.
it
Right.
it does pull from your energy stores a lot of times. And sometimes you don't realize that you're running on empty, like you're running on E. And sometimes it takes for people to pull a you on you in order for you to, have a little mental health restoredness for yourself. So yeah.
So the show says Mo agreed, did the same thing with one of my. First of all, there's a big difference between there's a big difference between Mo talking to one individual and
But
you
she
trying
said
to
one
point
little
out one of your little friends. Did
my
the
little
same thing with one of my little friends. We were on the phone for
mhm.
hours and hours.
And that
And money long voice, me either. I'm a text too. Very organic.
is
Okay.
organic.
All right.
Very organic. It in this world that we're living in right now, it's crazy. And so to get that, it's a blessing.
The
Good morning,
therapist. The
Ryan.
therapist needs a therapist. And the thing that she said about energy, this is what I don't like about this is what I don't like about me. This is what I don't like about me. I am such a person that absorbs people's energy, and
Mm,
I hate it because I absorb it too much, and it can affect me in a negative way or a positive way. And
mhm,
I can't stand it because I have to get away from the energy, even when the person may not be somebody I want to get away from. But it's
mhm.
just like I feel something and I can't explain it. Like I can't explain it. I just know I feel it and I don't feel like trying to dissect it. I gotta exit stage left or right. But
It's real.
but it
That is
affects
a
me.
real thing. Yes, it is a real thing. It can affect you physically and mentally. Yes.
Yeah, because you got the boost. You got the
You're
boost.
searching around the room for a quiet space, a place that somebody's not in your face talking to you. Yes, it's a real thing.
It is like you just
And
got that
people who have
energy.
negative energy can take from you and you not even realize it.
No, and that's what I'm trying to say. The energy that you have from that telephone conversation
Yeah.
is so great. But on the flip side, the energy that I get sometimes, like you said, I know it's exhausting me. It's not even like I know it's exhausting me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I can't stand people like that because they could be going through something. They could be
Yeah.
going through something. It's just I'm not the type that can have a conversation and not get invested. Like if I'm talking to you, I'm gonna get invested in what you're
You're
going
gonna
through.
wanna help and you're gonna want to guide. That is that's a natural gift from God. Like that is something, but your gift from God is meant to be protected. You have to manage it. You have to make sure that you're not giving it to the wrong people or tapping into the wrong people.
Talk to him, Mo. Wait a second. Talk to these people that I gotta work on this.
Give and give their gift out to people. If that is your God-given gift to where people gravitate towards you and always want to tell you like their problems or what they're going through, and you're like, I just asked how you doing.
Right.
You know, a small question could evolve into somebody snatching your energy stores.
And then on the flip side, some people will tell you like you'll be in a conversation. They just want somebody to sound off to.
Yeah, unload.
But then the thing is, then when you have to figure out, are you telling me because you're looking for me to give you not advice, but maybe encouragement?
Mm-hmm.
And then they may not want that. But
Right.
then if you don't give it, it may be what they wanted and you didn't give it. So it's this little game where you go like, well, what can you tell me? Can like I almost want to be like, do you need somebody to just talk to let it off your chest? Or are you telling me because you need somebody to co-sign how you're feeling about this and encourage you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
People don't even know how to answer that question, Michael Sean. Some people are even not even cognitive that they're doing it.
facts.
It's just like I
Ooh.
just unloaded on you and I don't even realize that I unloaded on you, that I unloaded some heavy stuff on you and don't realize how it affects you. Like you don't even have to be emotionally involved or attached to the person. That energy and what they unload on you can be heavy.
And I get attached to, I do get invested because I'm like, if I don't like people either being taken advantage of or being put in situations that they're the underdog and they feel like they have no. I did that with a coworker at my job who was just, I could see they were stressing. I don't even know why when he went out to lunch, I walked before he went to lunch, I said some words to him. I don't even know why I did that.
I'll tell you again, your God-given gift, right? You know, that was just something that God put on your heart and your spirit to do. And you probably changed his whole day around. You don't know, or changed the situation around. But just be careful about how you give it.
Yes.
You're allowed to unload on you because you know that energy share is real. It is real. And sometimes it's okay. Like my friends tell me, and they've been telling me for the last year that I need to practice minding the business that pays me, which ain't that much. Because I tend to, like you said, you get invested into helping other people. And sometimes you just need to shut the F up and be silent so that you can save enough help for yourself.
So therapists got to see other therapists. Is this true? Therapists see other therapists?
Absolutely. It's healthy. It's healthy.
Therapists see
Being in healthcare, being in behavioral health, these are all high and fast burnout jobs. You can very well, if you don't self-reflect and do check-ins with yourself, you can very well burn out, crash and burn.
Ashabu says, yes, a great conversation can inject and spark new ideas, strength, purpose, and joy into you. Iron sharpens iron. Tawana says, learning to protect my space and not share my energy with folks who don't deserve it. Ooh, yeah. How do you figure that out if a person doesn't deserve?
If they're
Like-
always taking. If they're always taking, if every time you talk to a person, they unload. And when I mean unload, they unload everything. And you're like, well, what the hell you want me to do with this? You want to be a good person. You want to be, a good friend or, being encouraging human being. But if that's a red flag, if somebody constantly comes to you and unloads heavy on you, that's a red flag.
So I'm sorry. Hold on.
And I'm not talking about, you reaching out to somebody because you need help, you need advice. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about you utilizing somebody for the sole purpose of unloading and unleashing your heaviness onto them.
Well, Afro Queen says, man, I struggle with this. Afro Queen, I think all of us got to struggle that, with this. But what is your actual struggle? Is it having the conversation? Is it sharing? Miss Clark says, absolutely, therapists need therapists.
Yes.
I mean, you would think like a therapist, listen, just from a civilian, you would think a therapist would use their techniques on themselves.
I do.
And work and work.
I do. But self can't tell me self. Yes. Like I can't get an honest response out of me. I can self-reflect. But yes, certainly you need somebody with a clinical background to help you process some things as well. We're all human beings.
All right. Hold on a second.
It is one of those things that
let me play this song real quick. I gotta read this real quick. Let me play that. I got a hope song to give everybody. I got a happy song. Some people might say it's corny, but it's a happy song. Hold up. I hope here we go. It's a happy song.
Just like a baby. I hope today is the day you make it through whatever you've been going through lately. I hope you win the lottery with no taxes. I hope your crush takes you back and asks you to come over without you asking. I hope you wake up on your dream vacation. And that's without the kids, but you know they in a perfect situation. I hope you can get money for your stress. I hope the president signed the wrong thing and we all get a stimulus check. I hope you get a massage till you fall asleep.
I don't know what's wrong with my happy song. Why is my happy song not playing?
it was playing. We was hearing it.
Oh, it was playing. All right.
Your favorite thing to eat. I hope everything negative deletes. I hope you ain't even put no money in your tank, but it just never go on E. Shoot. I hope you get whatever you hope. I hope that bad vibes can't even ever find your ass no more. I hope you always get the utmost respect. I hope the president signed the wrong thing again and we get another stimulus check. I hope the best. I hope you get your dream threesome. I hope your idol walk up to you and tell you in your face you gon' beat something. I hope everything you do, you just win. And I hope you find your Roku remote and never lose that bitch again. I hope the best. I hope you have a great day. I hope in the next hour different people make you smile in 8 ways. I hope your bills pay they self and your kids already ate and showered and they ain't even need no help. I hope your sickness just disappears. I don't care if it's a cold or something that you really been dealing with it for years. I hope your business moves so well you quit your job. I hope you never lose another match when you playing with your squad. I hope your evil ex stop texting you now. And I hope whatever is stressing you out just start blessing you now.
All right. It's like clicking and clicking. I don't know what it's doing.
He said threesome. That's all. I was like, well, wait, what? That was a nice positive message though.
I tried. If it wasn't just it wasn't the clicking and clacking and clicking and clacking and clicking and clacking and clicking and clacking.
That was good. Nice.
Doctor sees a doctor. Yeah, I get it, Miss Clark. I know it's a naive thing for me to say, but I get it.
It's not naive. A lot of people think that therapists are just wrapped to the 1,000th power and they have all of the answers, like the infinite wisdom, Wizard of Oz, but we don't. you know, we do also have to replenish. We also have to have a sounding board. And we also have to work through our own personal lives and our own personal you know, journey. So yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, sorry about it. I just, I mean, sometimes, I get it. It makes perfect sense. Protecting my energy / setting boundaries. Whole strangers will come up to me and tell me their life story. Yeah, I mean, it happens.
But
I
I mean,
think
that
I think
gravitation,
people
right?
I think
Yeah.
I think people honestly want to share more with people, but
Mm,
we're in this society, like we say, we protect our energy. I think people really do want to express themselves, but they feel like if they express themselves, they're maybe being like
judged.
judged, or maybe they feel like why people won't want to, and then some people just let out and just share. But that could be the energy that you're showing. I mean, that could be that's a good thing.
Mhm.
You sidestep game has to be impeccable when it comes to people with draining spirits.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
right.
And I've
Yeah.
been and I want to tell you, I've been blessed because there's a lot of positive energy that's around me that I actually, even at my high paying job, I always ask, before I got over being miserable, having the job and having to get over a whole bunch of issues. I started realizing I've met a lot of incredible people, a lot of different people, and they're different. They handle themselves different. They talk differently. They look different, obviously, but I've met a lot of fantastic people at this job, and I'm really it is a blessing.
I
Rick,
met your coworkers. They are some cool people.
yeah, and it's a wild place to work at because everybody's so different, and then everybody has to share the same space for like 7 to 8 hours. I will open a hotline when you can unload for just 99 cents per minute. Call me now. All right, Miss Cleo.
AKA Miss Cleo. Okay.
That's the white man in you. The white man in you said, I'm gonna tax you for it. I'll do you the favor. I'm gonna tax you for it. Sally, Michael, working in an industry like therapy and teaching, people are constantly pouring their situations into you. A person in this profession needs a positive and protective space to unload. Okay. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. When I would be in therapy, I would unload and then feel exhausted, like I worked out. I was like, this is too much. I'm exhausted.
Well,
Like, what's
that
what's good?
so it is. So you see how you feel? You feel emotionally like you feel depleted. You feel like you want to go take a nap because
Yes.
emotional release is real. You just released what you were carrying. So yes, you feel like, you know what? I think I can eat something real good and take a nap. Think about the person who you left it with, the therapist that you left it with, and
Okay.
think about the 5 other people that they may have to see for the rest of the day doing the
Hmm.
same thing. And then they have to go home and be with their spouse, their kids, do homework, you know, help the kids with homework, cook, and then manage their life. So that is why it's important for therapists to have someone sound.
Uh, did he say your dreams?
Yes, he
Yeah. Dreams. Yeah, he did say it. I thought on my side it was like tipping and clicking.
We heard it all.
Oh, good. So was it pausing or anything? Was it
It was
pausing?
just like briefly, like
Okay.
brief, yeah, like a little tick. But no,
That's
we
what
heard
I
it all.
saw. TP, good morning, everybody. Good morning, right back at you. Thankfully, my 2 best friends have noticed and checked on me because I won't say anything, but I'm working on it. Miss Sean, family helps too.
God
Okay.
bless Afro Queen. And stay on top of that because everybody needs someone um to help them, and just be mindful of yourself, of allowing people to take from you. Those
God.
boundaries that you're setting are they're needed. That's good. That's a good thing.
A lot of people are lonely and don't have family or friends to share with. That's why they
Mhm.
will speak to a stranger about their circumstances
Yes.
or
Yes.
feelings.
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough for real. I got Roku bright color covers just for the point of losing them. Okay. Awesome. Let me see what else we got. What else? Trying to gather my thought. Well, Lady Game, what you got? That's true. People want to share more, but the saying goes, you can be honest about what's going on, but who really cares? I think a lot of people wonder who really cares, and I think there are a lot of people who do care,
Yeah.
but sometimes you might share with the wrong hand. Please don't forget to email me. All right, I'm getting tons of text messages, which is I normally don't get these. I'm getting from my job. Cousin Ash, wishing my baby a happy 16th birthday. Happy 16th. That's a big birthday. That's a big birthday.
Hey, yes.
You know, I don't know who decided that those were big birthdays, but anyway, it's a big birthday. It's a big birthday, but I don't know who started sweet 16s or a big birthday. And there, I guess. But happy birthday. It's big.
Yes.
Regardless of how it got here, it got here. Ryan, this show is my morning cup of coffee. Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you. Thank you. What we got? Ashabu, happy birthday. All right, and I'll try and get back to more of your comments. I'll try and get more to your comments if you have any comments. So be patient today, y'all. I'm working the comments. I'm talking with Mo. I'm trying to keep the show flowing. I'm trying to keep everything good, and we're good. And let me get my juice in. Let me get my juice.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
What do we got? What do we got online? All right, we got Donald. We got that. God. Oh boy. Sorry. All right, so we'll get to this. You're the therapist. Sometimes I see these, and this is a friend of mine. Jay Marie's a friend to the show, and she does this thing called quickies.
Love her.
She does this thing called quickies. I actually recorded it with her, and she'll just ask you some quick questions. You answer the quick questions. Obviously, I'm long-winded, so my answers aren't that quick. I don't know how they got to this, so I'm gonna have to call Jay Marie. But they got to this conversation where a man was basically saying it's smart for a woman to get married. It's a smart thing in society for a woman to get married.
Is it?
That's what this gentleman says. And then he says, but it's not smart for a man to. And listen, I've been trying to bring us together, y'all. I've been trying to bring us together, but I'm not saying
now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him talk. Go ahead. Knock it up.
Married today, and I think it is I think it is smart for a woman to get married today, and I think it is what's the word that's opposite of smart? Stupid for a man to get married.
How does that work if a man is marrying a woman? So how is it that you discourage it for a man, yet you encourage it for a woman?
The ideal life for most guys will be to travel the world and be with a whole variety of different types of women with no repercussion. That's the ideal life. And we're much closer to the ideal life for a woman than we are for a guy. Like, for me to even say that, I look like an asshole. But we much more closer in society to a woman's ideal situation than a man. I think it is smart for a woman.
So he went back. That was his basic statement.
First of all, his unkept braids were distracting me.
Leave his unkept. Let's stay focused.
I can't even take a man serious if you can't even give me eye contact. Like, I felt like I was dealing with the 3rd and 4th graders. Your eyes was all over the place while you was talking, sir. I think that's a bunch of bull. Sometimes people just be talking just to hear themselves talk. Like, what?
Wait, let me hear him again.
It made no sense.
Let me hear him again, because now you're talking about his unkept braids. Let me hear this man again. Let me hear what he was talking about one more time. Let me hear what he was talking about.
Woman to get married today, and I think it is smart for a woman to get married today, and I think it is what's the word that's opposite of smart? Stupid for a man to get married.
How does that work if a man is marrying a woman? So how is it that you discourage it for a man, yet you encourage it for a woman?
The ideal life for most guys will be to travel the world and be with a whole variety of different types of women with no repercussion. That's the ideal life. And we're much closer to the ideal life for a woman than we are for a guy. Like, for me to even say that, I look like an asshole. But we much more closer in society to a woman's ideal situation than a man. I think it is smart for a woman.
Listen.
He got the chance, let alone 50. 20, 30, like he roaming the world just doing everybody. Sir, cut it out. Because who really choosing you?
I think everybody's ideal thing is going to be different. I think a lot of people would like to travel the world, but to have a large variety of women, I don't know how that's the ideal for a man. I don't know.
And take Jay Black, for instance. Jay Black will tell you out loud he loves a relationship.
Mm.
So every man is not out there saying who want it and want a whole bunch of women, ideally. First of all, it's exhausting. If you talk to a man and he give you the real, it's exhausting juggling 2, 3, 4 women, let alone just going out there and just, immersing yourself in it. He just talking to be talking.
I guess he's just talking. But listen, but this is a problem. This is the propaganda that's been fed to us since we were like 18, 19, 20 years old, where that type of thought process has had people thinking that that's the life. The life is to be traveling around the world and having options around the world. First of all, you ain't even got options in your own city.
You got a bus pass talking about traveling around the world, but whatever.
But to be fair, there's a lot of dudes who still never grew out of this. That's what was fed to us. You're supposed, when you see the superstar, you see the man who flies, who's popping in private jets and doing all types of this and that, and then he's got a woman. Even to the old school James Bond. James Bond, every movie had a love interest, and I know it's make believe, but it's the myth. Like, I don't understand like how this gentleman at that age hasn't gotten it. And you're right. Jay Black has always been a person who wanted to be in a relationship. He's always been a person who wanted to be in a relationship.
That's James Bond. Every man can't be James Bond.
All right.
You have to dress rehearse for the role that you have been given. And sir, everybody, including him, he's not James Bond. What he's selling is a facade of a lifestyle that really, if you really talk to most men, it's not sustainable. That's not a sustainable lifestyle to live for the rest of your life.
No, and it's something that would be draining, and I don't know
who gonna take care of you unless you got money to pay somebody to take care of you. Who's taking care of you? But he can't get nobody to rebraid his hair right now. He talk about traveling, having a whole bunch of women, and ideally it would be great for men to just travel the world and have all of these harems of women. Cut it out.
And I think we're missing the point that guys don't talk about. And guys want this. This guy wants it. Is that personal connection with somebody, and that's the thing. You don't, if you're trying to have this personal connection with multiple people, there is no connection, because all you're doing is basically you're going over here, you're in and out, you're going over there, you're in and out, you're sharing some moments, but you don't have an actual long connection with somebody. And I know that sounds corny, but that's just the truth. Everybody wants to have a connection with that special person.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to have, like I always say, everybody wants to have the inside jokes that only you and your special person understand. Nobody else thinks it's funny except y'all two. Everybody wants to have that little thing where you could send a text message to somebody. You don't have to break down the whole thing. You could just say a few words and they know exactly what you're talking about. And they know exactly what you're going through. They know exactly the mindset you're in. They know if you're playing or not. They know how serious it is and the whole nine. LaShawn says, is he just saying women benefit more than a man to get married and married with his non-articulate ass? Maybe in his mind that it benefits a woman more.
He wasn't even able to substantiate or give a rationale, like a clear rationale of his statement. Next.
And I'm trying to make this a conversation.
Thank you, Ryan.
Sounds like he's expressing aspirations of a kid in high school. Yeah, but see, of a kid in high school, because that's what I'm trying to say.
I want to travel the world.
We're fed this in high school, and it's up to you what you want to prioritize. It's up to you. But we are fed this nonsense in high school. And it gets thicker and it gets thicker. Then all of a sudden people think a man is just going to wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't want that anymore. But it's kind of difficult when you done ran this track and you don't even know how to behave on an individual relationship
But
because
don't
you've
you
been running
grow
it.
up? Don't you grow up and realize, wait, life is not like that? I mean, everybody thinks different things when they're younger, right? You have a facade. I'm going to get married and have 2.5 kids, and I'm going to have a big Cinderella dress. Those are images when you're younger. But surely life changes you and you develop some sense of normalcy or what would be normal for you, and having a harem of women and traveling the damn world. And that's not even your salary base. Like, you're not even in that financial space to even be able to get that life. But that's what you're saying, that all men ideally would want. I can't go with that.
Well, that's what that's what
Part of a statement.
that's what he was saying. That was he was saying. A lot of men have barely been out of their own neighborhoods. I wonder where he's traveled. I don't know. I don't know where he's traveled. Poor communication skills for sure. He's living in a mirage. Look, he's not alone. That's the thing. He's not alone. I mean, they're you know, them passport boys were traveling around the world, and they were bragging about, you know, you got to leave America in order to find a good woman. That's what they were saying. So I don't want to make it seem like he's by himself in this. I'm not with it. But statistically, men who get married live longer, but on the contrast, single women live longer. All right, that what are we gonna do with that? So what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah, but there is truth to that data, because women breathe life. Like, and I'm not saying I know some women can be a handful before y'all eat me up in these comments. But for the most part, think about it. What a woman provides for a man: structure in the household. You're eating right. You ain't out eating crazy because she's making you home cooked meals. You know, you're centered. You have a place of peace, if you're lucky and have a healthy relationship at home, right? On the flip side of that, women a lot of times in marriages don't get the same. They get the pouring in and doing, but and not all marriages, but a lot of marriages don't get the same for women. So yes, men do live longer and have a more fruitful life, so to speak, if they are married.
I had this convo. Miss Clark says I had this convo with a male friend yesterday. Biblically speaking, I was wondering when we was going to get to biblically speaking.
You know, Miss Shaw was going to bring it
biblically.
Home.
Men had wives and concubines.
Yes.
When and why did that stop? Are men actually monogamous, or do they have to work on it?
Have to work on it.
Listen,
I think that we all have to work on it. On monogamy,
I think
men and women in this day and age both have to work on monogamy. I don't think that that's just a man thing. I think that because we're in a society where the norm is that we have choices. We have so many choices. Back in, there was a certain time where divorce wasn't like an option or the first out. Especially if you're deeply rooted in the church. A lot of times it's just like, no, you stick out a marriage. You see marriages that were 50 years strong and wrong, but they were still married. I think monogamy is something that you definitely have to be intentionally monogamous.
Yeah, you do have to be intentionally monogamous.
And there's a lot of temptation out there if you're unhappy.
If you're unhappy, there's a lot of this. If you're happy, there's temptation out there. You don't look at it through the same lens when you're happy, but there's always temptation out there. So it's something that has to be worked on. And this whole, when biblically men had wives and concubines. Well, listen, it all depends on the environment that you've grown up in. If you saw a happy marriage, hey, if my parents were together and that's the example they showed me of stability and loyalty, then chances are you're going to try. Not saying you'll never cheat. I'm just saying chances are you've grown up where that's been taught to you. If you've been taught something else and seen something else, that may be something that's ingrained in you. I don't know.
Rolling Stone.
But
you might be like, I'm never being like my dad. Or you might be like, my dad was out here getting it in the streets and I'm going to get it like my daddy. Like, so it depends on the effects of what you see.
Those passport bros really think women in other countries really want them. Listen, hey, that's what they think. They're willing to pay. They're willing to pay and let you know you could be a citizen.
I had this discussion with the man the other day about that. He goes back and forth to the Philippines. And he has found somebody over there, and he swears up and down that this lady loves him and wants to be with him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, if she does, yay for you. But I honestly think, after hearing the stories that he's telling me, that she's just trying to get over here and get a couple of dollars for her family.
Well, that's all. If he wants to find out, just say, I'm not bringing you over here. We're going to have a long distance relationship. Just say that. And you'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out. I mean, if one of the things in a relationship, and I'm sure obviously there's no absolute in anything. I'm sure there's a bunch of outliers where people have met somebody from a different country. They really fell in love and they really came to America and everything worked out and they had kids and all this other stuff and family. But if you're dealing with somebody from another country and the conversation comes up that in order for us to be together, you got to come here. And you obviously see that life is going to change in a big way for her. That's something to do with it.
I think she's a sex worker.
Oh, God damn. All right. Well, okay. Well, they can change too. You probably should have not buried the lead on that one. We could have just moved on. Man is overfeeding his private parts, didn't eat, is starving his mind without even realizing, influences too late. I don't know, man. When you overfeed your fantasies, you begin to starve your reality. Ooh, all right. No, those are bars.
Yes.
Those are bars. Those
Yeah.
when you overfeed your fantasies, you begin to starve your realities. And sometimes the fantasies can be just having somebody. Sometimes fantasies can be that easy, just having somebody. Ashabu, he's definitely not alone in this twisted thinking, which exacerbates the fact that this is what women have available in the dating pool. Yikes. But you have more than, see, Asha, I agree with what you're saying. But because we play a clip, all of a sudden, the pool is just full of those people.
It's not.
But give me a second. Give me a second. When I play that clip, now if I go research and I have clips of men saying, I am here looking for a woman to share my life with, to actually to share everything with, and my commitment, y'all won't say, oh, that's the only thing that's available in the dating pool. No, y'all will bring back these guys.
He's a monopoly.
Y'all will be like, but it's rare that you find. You can't say what women have available. Yes, there's a lot of good people that women have available. Just like there's a lot of men who have, there's a lot in the pool. It's just, if I bring the good ones in, we don't get a good conversation. You do understand that?
Well, Mike, I think that the women in the comment section need to see it. Like, they need some type of they need to see this abundance of good solid men that you're talking about, because I think the experience is what drives, like, our thought process. If our experience is mostly we're finding out that there are men out there that are not the greatest, that are jumping into the pool, then that's what our thought process is going to be.
Rick says
there's not a lot of good.
Here goes Rick. I had an awesome pot roast meal with my wife. Made me with veggies and tender meat, was delicious. When I was single, I had a pack of ham, mustard, and beer in my fridge. Okay, Rick. Well, go ahead, Rick. Show off. Let them know, Rick. Let them know. Let them know what wife does. Let them know what the wife does.
You living better. He's living better. He's living proof.
You don't know how you live without her. Let her know. It's true that these things happen in the Bible. However, that doesn't mean God condoned it or expected this from us. Otherwise, he would be contrary to his word about fornication and adultery. All right, y'all. All right. Okay. All right. LaShawn, question is, if we were supposed to be monogamous, then why doesn't one person possess all the qualities desired by a man or a woman? How? Well,
That's food for thought. It ain't like
let's
Build-A-Bear.
go.
Can't build your person. I want a little bit of time. Give me a little Jaheim. Hey, Mike, I'm gonna need you down there.
That why I gotta be down there.
Like, you
That was ridiculous. Wait a second. Question. If we're supposed to be monogamous, then why doesn't one person possess all the qualities desired? What do you desire? You got to ask yourself, what is it that you desire out of a person? Before you start saying one person doesn't meet all the desires, what are your true desires? Because these desires, if one person can't fit all these desires, if you got to look to different portions, maybe your desires, maybe your list ain't right. Maybe you gotta reevaluate the list of things that you have to go to him for, you got to go to him for, and then you got to go to him for. Or opposite, I got to go to her for, I got to go to her. We're like, well, what are we doing here?
But I think that she's touching on something that we probably have all experienced. Like, not in a serious relationship, but you're meeting people and you're like, dang, I wish if I could take this off of him or her and put this over here with her, this would be like the perfect situation for me. So I think that's what she's kind of hinting around to. Not so much.
I don't know.
There's no such thing as a perfect mate, right? There's no such thing as a perfect woman or a perfect man. But I think sometimes you want to be like, dang, if she could just be like my last, if she could just do this one thing.
That's the worst.
It's human nature. It's human nature.
But that's the one thing you cannot go back. You cannot go back. But I'm saying you can't go back and refer to what a person did. Oh, if you could just do that, but the relationship didn't work.
Tell a person that.
No, I know. But in your mind, you can't go back and be like, if she just did what she did, well, dog, that didn't work. So maybe that good thing that you thought she did really wasn't that good a thing because the whole thing didn't work. You're like, well, she cooks like this. Hypothetically, she cooks like that. If she could cook like that, well, she did cook like that, and that still didn't matter. So maybe that isn't as essential to your list of what you think you need. And
it's the deal breakers. Like it might not be a deal breaker for you.
Right. Let's have a deal. Yeah.
Thing that the other woman did. Yeah. You still might still be happy.
And then back to then, why doesn't one person possess all the qualities desired by that so-called person? We don't even possess all the qualities we want in ourselves half the time. If you ask yourself, I want to be better at this. I wish I was better at that. I wish I did this more. We don't even meet the checklist when we review ourselves for ourselves.
Yes.
So that's a whole lot right there. Lady Game, you either are or you aren't faithful. I don't like many people. So to see so many people juggling different partners is foreign to me. It is foreign to you. But I once again, you either are faithful or you aren't faithful. I will say sometimes in this society, you are groomed not to be. And I've been trying to say this as best as I can, that one of the biggest things that I always think back about is how we were not groomed as young men to be loyal. We were groomed to give the perception to somebody that you're being loyal. You were groomed in my generation to, yes, you have this here. And if you happen to venture out, make sure you venture out properly. And nobody knows, which is the dumbest shit that ever been taught to anybody ever. Because if you can't be faithful to this person, then leave the person alone. But that's not what we were taught. It wasn't banged in our head that you have to be loyal to your wife. It was banged in our head, don't get caught.
That's the good.
Don't get caught. And to deprogram that after your first 23, 24 years of life, it takes a lot to deprogram that. And also it takes a lot to actually understand how many people you have to hurt before the deprogramming happens. So I think you can become faithful. Just like you can become a good person and you've been doing some shady stuff.
What's the song? Just Be Good to Me?
Yeah.
I don't care about the other girls and just be good to me. What? They made
And that was,
songs about it.
but they made songs about it that trained other people. They had a whole generation of women who said, just don't bring it to my doorstep.
Shirley, look, I got them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't care what you do with them, you know, the other days of the week.
As We Lay, the old school song with Shirley Murdoch, As We Lay, was all about two people cheating, and they were just going to be together. They're each other. They belong to each other now. These are the programs that were programmed in us. So I think a person can become faithful, just like a person can learn something and go like, I didn't know how wrong that was.
The side chick anthem of the early 90s.
Yes.
That's exactly what that was.
So I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think another point of view. That was QMO. Y'all need to work on your YouTube titles. Sorry, because I was gonna get on that. I didn't know we were gonna. I didn't know we were gonna actually. But the reason why I played.
Lay off, Rick. The producer is gone today. Mike is doing a whole bunch of things. He's putting up entertainment for us.
Here, Rick. Here, Rick. This is what we were gonna talk more about. This right here, Rick.
Has ever claimed to drop bombs just for fun. That would, of course, brand that president as a sociopath. And so, of course, Donald Trump said exactly that. On Saturday, in a telephone interview with NBC News, Donald Trump said that he might continue to bomb an oil facility on Karg Island in Iran, quote, just for fun. That phrase will live in infamy with Donald Trump's name for hundreds of years, as historians are able to isolate those words, just for fun, as the conclusive proof they will need to make the case that Donald Trump is a sociopath.
And listen, that was what the title was for. I'm tired of this is gonna go down in infamy. When is the non-peaceful non-peaceful protest gonna happen at the Capitol? Because I don't at this point, I don't even know what else dog, they're gonna rig the midterm elections. They're already in the works. They're already in the works, people. So what's gonna happen then? When somehow or another the midterm elections get turned upside down, what's going to happen then? And if you don't believe, if you don't believe that, I played so many clips of Steve Bannon. I played so many clips of all the fraud that's about to take place. Here, I'll give you my man Charlemagne, and then watch Steve Bannon. Charlemagne.
I think that the only help TSA agents need is their checks, their money. Period. But what actually really saddens me about all this, man, I think it's sad watching our kids' futures in this country disappear in real time. Like there's no hope in sight. Like, where does this end? Because I keep hearing people talk about the midterm elections and what's going to happen when Democrats get back in power. Is this administration moving like an administration that's just going to concede power? Do you know what I'm saying? If they're putting ICE in airports, don't you think they're going to put ICE at all the polling places in the midterms? Like, is nobody really seeing what's going on, or can we only think for the moment? Can we think 10 steps ahead?
Yeah.
Because we need to.
A few moments later.
We can use what's happening with these ICE helping out at the airports. We can use this as a test run, as a test case to really perfect ICE's involvement in the 2026 midterm elections. And remember, they said they're not going to work the X-rays. It's too complicated. They're not trained for it, but they're trained to, wait for it, check IDs. That's why it's perfect training for the fall of 2026. This is why it's such a brilliant, this is another 5D chess move for President Trump. Let's get ICE into the airports to help out to the lines. They can't work the machines. You know what to do? Just walk them down. Hey, we're going to speed things too. Can we check your IDs? ICE is going to be there in the fall of 26, just like they're in the airports today. So from the war room, suck on that.
I just want to know when. Listen, people, we are in this comfort zone, in this bubble that we really believe none of this is going to touch us. We're in this fucking bubble, and I say we're in this bubble that we're worried about goddamn Jay-Z going to Yankee Stadium. We're in this bubble that we still think we're going to return our Amazon returns. We have Epstein files that are out. No unpeaceful protests. We have ICE killing American citizens. No unpeaceful protests. Now we have them blatantly saying that they're going to have ICE at the polling areas. So when does the unpeaceful protest happen? Because the last unpeaceful protest that happened in this country was the insurrection. And you know what happened afterwards? After Biden had his terms, they got their president in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm tired of everybody having to say we got to have a peaceful protest.
I see the setup, and I'm glad that somebody said it finally, because this has been the game plan all along. We already know, because like, oh no, he's not, he's going to be out of here. I don't think he's going to be out of here. I think that they're setting the stage, and definitely with bringing ICE into the airport, that right there solidified it for me.
People, listen. And if you've been on the show, I've said it 1,000 times. He's not leaving. He's going to have to be removed. He's not leaving. Mm-hmm. Steve Bannon has said it himself. If he's not elected again, mm-hmm. He's already saying elected again, which means they're already going to break all the rules.
Yeah.
If he's not elected again, he sat there and said, we're going to go to jail. That's what he said. I don't know what line. We keep going, if this ever happened, if this ever happened, and then we wipe the line. If this ever happened, then if this ever, it's here. It's in our face. But America has been so blessed to be so rich that we can still live our lives and feel like we're being untouched until when suburbia feels that when we feel it, it's going to be too late. When they're allowed to knock on your door and ask you for identification of being a U.S. citizen, it is then too late.
Yes.
And these Democrats in Washington don't give a fuck, because they want to play this game, because they do not want to implode this system, because they make too much money off this crooked system. So they keep trying to show you this dream that we'll be able to defeat it. We'll be able to defeat it if we just vote. People, we voted how many times? How many times? I don't know what fantasy world we're living in.
But if you notice, I mean, he himself is making a mockery. He's laughing at us. He's laughing at us. And it's a big, I told you so. It's kind of like the bully at school that says, I can do what I want. I ain't gonna get in trouble. I can, and
he released the files and they redacted them. And he said it was to protect the victims. And the only names that happened to slip through the redactment were the victims.
Yeah.
When does everybody say 10 million people have to be at the Capitol and you have to go?
And not in our lifetime have we ever had a president in this country be able to do what he's doing. We try to impeach Bill Clinton because of Dressgate.
We impeach and I don't, because Bill Clinton it's the Clintons.
I'm just saying
they're also a part of this, and they all sit there and they keep if we do this, if we make this, we've got hearings, we've got trials, and he still stands. We got more hearings. We got release this. He's still there. We got, they're never going to be boots on the ground in Iran. They will be boots on the ground at some point. He doesn't lie to us anymore. We lie to ourselves on what we need to do about it. We lie to ourselves because everybody is comfy. I'm comfy doing this show. I'm comfy going to my high-paying job after this. I'm comfy with doing whatever on my comedy shows and everything. It's going to be uncomfortable. They're already censoring us. They are already trying to buy everything. They've already bought CBS. They're already buying movie studios. Blackstone is involved in everything in America, everything around the world. It's already being bought.
that waters down what happened to Black and brown people in this country.
See, Rick, what you did? We was just talking about happy relationships, Rick. All we wanted to talk about is happy relationships.
My energy store is going back down like
my
this.
energy is going away. See, listen to the white man. That's what happens when you listen to the white man.
I'm gonna tell your wife not to make you any stew tonight, okay?
Don't make him nothing.
Go back to them ham sandwiches.
You need to read title. You need to read title. Okay, now we have lived up to the title. Now we've lived up to the damn title. I'm tired. And I don't know what to do because we don't have anybody who's willing and it's so diluted. We don't have leaders. We don't have anybody who's willing to say, dog, this has gone too far. Everybody meet me at the Capitol. We don't have anybody. Yes, do I believe
even some of the Republicans are sick of him. Even some of the Republicans are not aligned with him, but not enough to rally up the other Republicans and say, okay, enough is enough, and devise a plan to remove him.
And even with people resigning from his administration, I get the spirit of what you're doing. I honestly, and this might be totally wrong, I don't need you to resign. I need you to stay there and make as much noise as possible while you have the job. Have the job and say, this is wrong. This war is wrong. What's going on with ICE is wrong. This has to stop. I need you in the position, and I need him to have to fire you and then keep making more noise. This resignation is like, I don't want my fingerprints on this. This is horrible. It's not working. We had everybody resigning in New York. It didn't work. He kept doing what he was doing. The resignation makes his job even easier. Make him fire you and cause a shitstorm. And if you need the people, then tell the people, we need you. This man is going to steal more elections. They have rigged it that they have the data to. Man, listen. Where's the guy? I should have brought the clip. I didn't know we was gonna get this deep into this. Where's the hope song? I need the hope song. I need something happy. Is there a happy song? Do I have any happy songs? Do I have a damn happy song at some point? Is there anything?
On my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Jesus, Moses.
That's all you got left in the world. I mean,
oh my God.
But but you know what? Americans are feeling it with gas. They're feeling it with the prices of oil, with the prices of groceries. It is hitting their homes. But for the people who live way above, the moderate level of income or the high level of income, it doesn't affect them like that. But the everyday average working person, his decisions in that White House are affecting us.
Oh my God. Let me play this. Let me just play the hate. I don't have a happy song. I got a hate song.
All my motherfucking friends hate your bitches. And they're right. This ain't talking shit, no, that's just the facts.
Out to the whole administration and everybody who's I got a new phone, y'all. I got a new phone, so that's why I got clips.
I mean, on a happier note, I know you want something a little bit more.
You got stories? You have stories today? Do you have stories?
Maybe.
You may. Well, we need them. We need them. It's a rough morning. We need them.
Allegedly, sexy mode.
Well, get to it. Go do what you're gonna do. Go do what you're gonna do. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, 50 Cent is known for trolling and his antics on social media. Well, my sources tell me that he is in the works with Robert Earl, who owns Planet Hollywood, to have this big, massive, one-of-a-kind live entertainment system, playground in Times Square.
Oh, who's doing this again? Say it again.
50 Cent. He done teamed up with Robert Earl. I know that we laugh and joke about the name Robert Earl, but he's actually the owner of Planet Hollywood, the Planet Hollywood brand. So he's teamed up with him, and this is like $100 million ink deal. This is a big deal.
And it's gonna be a Planet Hollywood where they're gonna put it.
So it's Planet Hollywood Live. So this is an experience. This is not like your average gaming Planet Hollywood that you go to eat, sit down and have your American burgers and fries and look at the memorabilia. This is going to be next level in terms of family and adult entertainment.
I listen. The world, the country's going to shit, and we're gonna build what? What we're gonna build?
Big deal. I guess it's a happy place, somewhere to go when you.
The world a happy place.
Come to Planet Hollywood.
Oh shit! Congratulations. That's what we need. We need a happy place.
It's
All
a
right.
big deal for a person of color to be able to.
God bless. God bless.
Like
Unfortunately, none of us are going to be able to afford. None of us are going to be able to afford this place to go to because I'm sure the price is going to be astronomical. God bless for the listen. Most of us ain't going to be able to afford to take our kids there. And okay, all right. But congratulations. All right, here's a round of applause, Brenda. Go ahead. There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Speaking of money and money woes, Nicki Minaj is being sued for $275,000, a $275,000 bill to be exact. Now, this production company is alleging that they advanced Nicki Minaj this money for back in 2023. They helped her put together the concerts for the Jingle Ball, her album launch party for Pink Friday 2. And they said they paid her around $650,000 for the Jingle Ball performance alone, but never settled with the company.
Wait. She did the performance, and this is the production company that made it happen.
The company is suing for breach of contract. They're asking for an excess of like $275,000 in damages. They said that they tried to collect the money from her for the past couple of years, but Nicki's team keeps saying, "Oh, we'll look into this and get back to you. We'll look into this." But they're claiming they haven't been paid.
All right, Nick. Nick got she got
It's a company called 24/7 Productions. And apparently, these companies, they work on like video shows and so forth. The 2022 MTV Music Awards, they provided live entertainment production services. When they're on a stage, production companies have to come in and put together this whole set. It just doesn't, this is not her team. She actually has to hire and outsource these people to come to make the vision, come to life. And they're saying, hey, we've done 2 big major productions for you, and we're still owed these monies. And her team is pulling we'll get back to you.
Well, if you said you did 2, so if you ain't get paid for the first one,
they're signing a contract. Well, sometimes these companies sign multiple contracts. It's not just a one-off deal. If you know that you have 2 major events coming up, you might say, you know what, I have this gig and then I have another one, and I want to broker a deal for maybe a 2 or 3 live performance or major live performance production work. So that could have very well been in one contract.
All right, I don't have any spare change on me. I think I got 75 cents to bet. I did, and I'm not. Listen, I don't have the legal knowledge to. But I just want to let the company know something. Chances are you're not getting this money, and if you think you're getting the money,
dumbass nigga,
you're not getting this money.
But
Get so
artists
lawyer up. Get them in
only-
court. Get them in
Mhm.
court. Yeah.
So they're basically arguing breach of contract, which they could very well sue. Nikki may never show up. She may send her legal team in, and they'll figure it out in court. But they could put a lien against her house, any of the things that she owns, her bank accounts. So they'll get their money if they're due. If the judge finds that there's a breach of contract, they will get their money.
Yeah, it's going to be in court. I should say you're not getting your money without going through the court
Without
process.
taking her to court.
Yeah, y'all gonna. Yeah, she's not gonna just be like whatever come. I don't know, man. Damn.
It's one of those. It's one of those things. But I have another story for you, Michael Sean. I know that you loved Nia Long, just like all of the other Black guys back in the day. Loved her down bad, right?
Well, I ain't say I loved her down bad, but I thought she was an attractive woman.
From Love Jones, to Boys in the Hood. Nia Long is that girl. Like she's in the Black girl, staple. We all love her, right? Well, there's a woman who showed up at her house and keeps showing up at her house under the false pretenses that they're in a romantic relationship.
Oh.
She has, it's one thing that you have to worry about men stalking you, but she has a female stalker. And it's serious. It's serious. She went to court on Monday to try to file for a temporary restraining order against this lady. Her name is Carrie McDonald. And she's alleging that, hey, I don't know this woman, but this woman has been harassing me for over 2 years and citing that we are romantically entangled. Now, Rihanna's house just got shot up.
I was just about to bring that up. Like, what the fuck?
By this woman. And now this lady, and it's just coming out because I've never heard of this before, but allegedly this has been ongoing for about 2 years. And finally she's, said, hey, you're sending me unwanted cards, flowers, gifts. You've even shown up at my home on more than 2 occasions, and just went up to her house and rang the doorbell. The woman has been arrested at Nia Long's house.
Damn, man. Damn. Why can't we just be normal?
So, I mean, the cops are citing that they gave the woman a strong warning to stay away from Nia Long. The second time that she showed up, they arrested her. But, Nia Long is right now, she's asking for a court-ordered protection against this lady for her and her 2 kids. But the judge denied the first order, and now it's pending a hearing next month. And I'm like, when people, that's something serious.
But I just want to ask this question that we're all thinking. Do you know her at all, Nia? Do you know her at all? Do you know her at all? I'm just asking. Do you know her at all?
We're not going to do that to
no, it's a question that everybody wants. Do you know her at all?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. There's something. I'm just asking because they're going to ask you in court. When you guys wind up in court, they're going to ask you the question. My defense, do you know her? Have you ever been any place with her? Now, if you don't, you don't. And it's a crazed stalker.
And the lady is showing up in the middle of the night, demanding for her to open the door, saying that they're romantically involved.
She could just be crazy. But I think everybody's asking, do you know her at all? Was there a night? Was there a night or two?
Say, was there a night?
Was there a night or two? Was there a little intoxication?
So salacious.
Was there a club night? Was there a premiere?
So salacious.
That happened to wander off, and that doesn't excuse any of her actions. I just need to know: do you know her at all?
Is there video proof Rick says he's asking for a friend.
Because there's been not Nia, take Nia out of this, not Nia Long, but there's been a lot of people who claim they ain't know somebody. They ain't know, they don't know. Then it goes to I don't remember knowing that, and then it goes to well, I saw the person at a club, and
like knowing this person.
Yeah, all right.
But 2 years is a very long time, and
that's horrible. The fact that she's only gotten a warning, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking the reason she's only gotten a warning. What is the race of this woman? Like, what color? What is she? Black? Is she white? Is she? Let's see. And why are the cops taking this so light?
Research department, Carrie McDonald.
Research department. Because I have a funny feeling Nia lives in an affluent area.
Yes,
where they probably pay tons and tons of taxes.
Affluent, but responsibly affluent. She doesn't live in a gated house where you have to get past a security guard at the front gate. And a lot of these wealthy people who are living responsibly with their money, because Nia's not, it's not like Nia's in a ton of movies right now. So I'm pretty sure that she's living within her means and living responsibly off the money she's made. So she's not living in a fortress, a gated, a gated property. So yes, people come up to these people in Hollywood doors and ring the doorbell all the time, knock on the door, try to get on the property. So if you're living a regular life with your children, that's scary for someone to come up to your, to be able to come up freely and do that. And you don't have security at your home. You don't have, manned or armed security at your home. That's very scary.
Let me see what Nia's working with. What's Nia Long working with right now? Nia Long net worth. What is Nia Long's net worth?
I mean, she doesn't have Beyonce's money. She's not.
No, I mean, we don't need Beyonce's money.
No.
I mean, as long as you ain't stuck with Michael,
stuck
with Michael Sean money, you're good. Notable. All right.
She does well for herself. That's why I said responsibly wealthy.
All right. Wait a second. Okay. It says here. Now, we don't know if this is true. I just Googled. We don't know. Nia Long's financial situation includes significant assets and income, notably a $3.6 million Hollywood Hills home purchased in 2022 and reported child support agreement of $32,000 per month for her former partner. Oh, God damn. She got to pay $32,000 a month.
Yes, that's why I said she's living responsibly within her means. She's not.
We wish her the best.
Physical armed security. At the front gate where you can't even get past the gate of the main house. She's not.
Well, Rihanna is living in a gated community, and her thing got shot up.
Well, I don't know if that lady had an AK.
That's what they said. They said she was walking around with some
with some high power weapons. So yeah.
Look, if that happens to me, I'm sorry. We got to move. Sorry, we got to get on out of here. I'm not comfortable.
Well, one thing I can say is where that took place at. There's nothing but wealthy people who live up there.
That's what I'm saying.
Anytime the non-melanated people feel threatened in that way, trust and believe there's going to be some safety procedures that are going to be put in place up there to where it's not going to be that easy just to to get up in that area anymore. But speaking of our favorite icons, America's Next Top Model, right? Culture cult classic, had a nice run. I don't know if you watched the documentary with Tyra Banks and Miss J. Alexander. And shout out to Miss J. Alexander. Recovered very well and is doing very well. I love to see Miss J. But Miss J has nothing has changed about the way Miss J spills the tea. And very, very vocal about since he had the stroke that Tyra was nowhere to be found. Tyra has yet to visit Miss J in all of his recovery.
I heard about that. Yeah. I heard about that.
Of course, everybody come out the woodworks. Then you have Janice Dickerson dragging her for dear life from the top of her lace front to the bottom of her good Jimmy shoe. And everybody's now in attack mode to Tyra. And Tyra's like, well, I just didn't know back then. If I could just do better, I would have saved you all. That's how she's coming at it. She's giving victim. She's giving, I just didn't know. And they're all giving her the side eye, like, bitch, you knew.
I want to give all my adults just, and then we can, because I see there's still comments on the faithful thing. My daughter even has a comment on the faithful thing. I just want to tell all the adults out there in a serious, blunt way. No matter how long a person has been around you, no matter if y'all just shared a job together and y'all worked together and y'all had a run and everything like that. Nobody, I want to tell y'all this. Nobody is obligated to come visit you if things go wrong and you get sick. Nobody's obligated. And my thing is, stop pointing out the people that didn't come visit you and start shouting out the people who did come visit you. Stop worrying about the person who didn't show up to your hospital bed, that didn't show up to come to see you when you were being released from the hospital, and start paying more attention to the people who did. Because if the person who didn't come see you didn't have a huge name, I don't think you would have mentioned it to the world because we wouldn't have cared. So see, I always get this. I always get caught up in it. It bothers me when people start making a huge deal out of certain people not coming to visit you. Listen, I am going to come visit somebody who I spent a lot of time with. I'm going to make an attempt to make sure I'm there and give you your support. That's what I'm going to do. But if I'm wind up in a hospital and certain people don't show up, I'm not shouting them out and causing a whole ruckus about it.
I think that it depends on the relationship, Mike, that you have with the person. And, you know, we live in a world where people have these expectations from people who they seemingly showed up for. And if you think about the brand, Miss J, Tyra, he really thought like, that is my girl, that this is my person. I'd do anything for Tyra. Okay. And so they were in their own right before they got on the show. In that world, they had already established themselves as a personality, as a public figure in the fashion world. So it wasn't like Tyra built their career. So being on a show, they felt like they were part of a bigger collaboration, and only to find out that you were expendable. I think that it's more so of a hurt, of a different personal nature. I understand what you're saying, Mike. Like, concentrate on the positive and people who are really showing up for you. You can't worry about that. But I think that when you are that badly hurt and bruised by someone who you've given a 15-year run plus is a long time. That's a long time to be day in, day out, recording with someone, going through life changes, the things that happen in your regular life off the screen, and you're sharing with these people. They really thought that they had this camaraderie and this familial structure with Tyra, and to find out.
Well, if this whole documentary, the Netflix thing and the whole is all true, then maybe you were a little delusional too, because you sat there and watched how she treated people. You just thought that treatment wasn't going to come to you because you was one of the big dogs on the show. I mean, people show you their character right in front of you, but it's okay when they're showing their character for the entertainment basis, and they're showing their character trying to destroy these models because they got them at their beck and call. Well, that's the character she showed you. That's what she had. So I mean, I get it. I'm sure there are people in my life that if they didn't come to the hospital, I would feel some type of way. But I wouldn't go out my way to tell everybody so-and-so didn't come to the hospital. You didn't. Cool. But the reason why you're sharing it is because it's going to make headlines, and there might be some money to be made. Because at the end of the day, this is all a business, and you're all in the entertainment business, and by any means necessary to cop a check. I don't really feel so bad, because you was in the dirty game. You was making checks off the dirty TV show. You saw how them supermodels, them potential models were getting shitted on. You saw the stress that y'all were making them jump through hoops and doing things and making sure that people with gap teeth have to close the gap in their teeth and all that other good stuff. Oh man, I wish you all the best with your health. Now, I do wish you the best with your health and wish you all that good stuff. I really don't feel that bad for you. I don't really feel that bad for you. And Tyra. And that is Sexy Mo. Yeah, all right. And that unless you got, so we're gonna finish up this. We had some questions. All right. I guess we were talking about faithfulness. Amani says, can somebody who's been unfaithful repeatedly one day be faithful? Now, I think they can. Now, I don't think the person they were unfaithful to should be in any way pressured to stay. Somebody on you once and you decide it's a wrap, it's a wrap.
It's okay. Yeah.
But that person can become faithful. Maybe for various amounts of reasons. Maybe they come to the realization of the shit that they're doing was wrong. Maybe one day they I don't know, they go to church. I don't know.
Growth.
They grow.
And the underlying reasons why they cheat, because everybody cheats for different reasons. And I do think that, I mean, cheating is a behavioral pattern, right? And you can change behaviors. Is it more difficult and more challenging to change a behavior pattern like that? Absolutely. Because a lot of times we don't like to peel back the layers of the onions to really get to why we feel the necessity or the need to cheat. Especially if you ask the hard questions of, are you happy? What is this person not fulfilling that you feel like you need to go and get yourself in an entanglement with someone else? And 9 times out of 10, it's normally deeply rooted in the person themselves and not the other person.
And sometimes you just get tired of the.
She got big dash.
Get tired, and sometimes you realize that you're disrespecting yourself by running around. That's another thing men were never taught. We were never taught to respect our bodies. We were never taught, laying down with somebody and sharing yourself with somebody is a major thing. Like, well, I mean, I know, trust me, I know women call men hoes. I know. But that's not the majority of how this society works. Like you can still find a wife after running through, that was just me running through people, but we don't never hold our bodies as precious gems the way women were taught to cover themselves and to present themselves, to understand when you share this, you're sharing something that is priceless. Guys weren't taught that. And I'm not using it as an excuse. We still got to take responsibility for the behavior.
It's definitely one-sided. It's definitely one-sided teaching, depending on if y'all grannies taught y'all something different. But it's definitely one-sided teaching when it comes to men versus women and how we cover our bodies. It's not even so much coveting our bodies. We were taught that, you dirty, nasty, and loose if you do what men do.
And I want to tell y'all,
it was more of a shaming.
And I want to tell y'all women something when it comes to that. The last thing you want to do is repeat what we did, because y'all don't know behind the scenes the turmoil that it affects you. Guys didn't even know for years. I didn't know for years how my soul was being affected by acting this way. You don't understand. Women, it's so unfair. They will tell women, like the great walk of shame. Women would have the walk of shame. That was the walk of shame after. You leave the hotel room and the next day,
yesterday,
and you have on what you had yesterday. And because you guys drastically changed the way you dress when you go to the club, it was the walk of shame. Guys can't share their shame afterwards. What we used to do is make believe it never happened. Go take a shower, start the day, get some drinks, and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Let me wash this off of me. Wash this shame. I can't.
But women don't understand. Y'all think men don't have the shame. Y'all think that we don't sit there and go, why did I do this? You know what the worst part of saying, why did I do this? The worst part of saying, why did I do this, is when the word again is at the end of the sentence. Why did I do this again? It's as bad. People,
it's a shame because it was somebody that was not desirable, or somebody who you would not ordinarily walk down the street with, or is it the shame of you feel like you should have did better?
You should have did better. Now, sometimes it could be both, but sometimes it could be both.
Okay.
But it's like, especially if you're betraying somebody, if you're actually betraying somebody, and try to explain, try to get somebody to understand. And this doesn't mean you should forgive the person. If you had it and that's it, that's it. But try to explain this dumb common sense. I love her, but yet I did this. It don't make no sense to you. It don't make no sense to you.
But I think it also has, like, it doesn't have to do with whether you love a person or not. Like, let's take that off the table, because that, I don't think that is where that's the root of infidelity. Infidelity, like, you have to start with yourself. Of the whys, right? But that takes a deeper dive into, like I said, peeling back the layers, to find the foundation of why do you feel the necessity? What draws you to that behavior? Why do you feel like, especially if it's repetitive?
Yes.
Why am I doing it?
And guys,
9 times out of 10, has nothing to do with your love, your admiration for the other person. It has to do with the inconsistencies and whatever the issues you have going on with yourself. That's why when people say, I want to go to couples therapy, I always advise you need to go to individual therapy, and then in tandem come together for couples therapy. Because I can tell you right now, there's some issues that you need to deal with yourself first.
Those are facts. Because let me tell you, guys don't have the type of relationships that I don't. That you can say, I don't know why I keep doing this. What am I looking for? What void am I trying to fill with this? Because I never feel, after these crazy nights happen, I never woke up the next day and was like, "Bah, feel great,
better," right? You oftentimes feel worse, right?
Yes,
it compounds. So you oftentimes feel worse. Where it's kind of like drugs.
I was just about to say that.
People get high and it's like, I feel great. But the problem that made you go get high in the first place, it doesn't go away.
Absolutely.
So then you just keep chasing the high to make you feel, to numb you from whatever it is that's really, really fueling it in the first place.
All right. We're gonna get out of here early. Thank you, Mo. That was very, 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 very good. Thank you very much.
And I think I need another phone call.
Let's get these. Let me get these. Men taught men a lot of destructive ways, behaviors. Not all men, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeanette, just for fun, it's crazy. Let me scroll down here. Ryan, Secret Loves is another old school Sneaky Link song. Yeah. And I know they use the word Sneaky Link. That's the term they use. I never, I'm really into terms and phrases. I never got into the Sneaky Link. But I get it. I understand, why is it? Exactly, Miss Clark. Okay. I so want to leave this country and have a better life with my daughter. There are a lot of people feeling the same way. There are a lot of people. Hurry Up, This Way Again, the Stylistics, another. Yeah, y'all got all the songs that seem so nice and romantic, and
I'm really listening to the words.
So disturbing. Ryan Mons too. Yes, Lord. Mo, I don't think so either. He's not going anywhere unless he dies. Yeah, we're talking about Trump. So, Michael, what are you willing to do? Are you up for starting a movement? I'm up for starting a movement. What do y'all want me to do? Dog,
Yeah,
we
I'm
just trying to get to 650 subs.
Wait a minute. He said, "Talk to him when we get to 1,000."
Talk to me when you get to 1,000. Listen, maybe I should just start posting I don't know, John, because we're human beings and no person is perfect. God made us that way. Billy J, yeah, this guy has to perish out of, yes, absolutely. I'm so sick and tired of people talking about what an evil sociopath he is. We already know that. What they need to talk about is how we are going to get rid of him, and there's not going to be a structured way. I wish there was just a structured way that everything's going to come together. And finally, and I was feeling that things were falling apart. I was feeling that things are falling apart around him, but something in my heart is saying, until they see that this country has said we've had enough, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything.
Not our side of the country that's had enough. The
Right.
other side of
the country
has
had enough.
Is
So
when you're going to see something happen.
we need some of those white people. We need some of y'all insurrectionist white people. We need those people who are so adamant and so sick and tired of rational thinking. They've done enough. Just think, they did that because they didn't like the results of an election. That was it. That was it. They just didn't like results.
It's heavy.
Do I have to literally go down the shit list of disgustingness, of violations over and over and over again? Please, white people, call a friend who's got insurrection in him. Who's got that type of, because if we do it, it'll be a bloodbath, and then it would be a national holiday on how they fought the terrorists off. So we can't even be in the front lines for that. And Ryan, we have to get back to the community mindset and take back the power that we give this country to run. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And they love us separated. And there were many reasons for the COVID. There were many reasons for COVID. It wasn't just one reason that they did that with COVID. It was many reasons. And one of them was to isolate us. One of them was to isolate us and get us used to not having human touch and human communication with each other. That was one of them. There's a bunch of reasons.
It's hard for a lot of people, but one thing I can say that came out, a good thing that came out of that, is that we really took to social media more, and we were able to connect and see a lot of things that people weren't privy to prior to the pandemic. Think about how social media has been used more so to show us what's really happening in the world when the pandemic hit.
Right. I gotta return these. I think we're stuck in the middle of a senseless power struggle. It's a power struggle within the government, but it's fake. You know why I say it's fake? Because these people still hang out with each other.
It's kind of like attorneys who fight each other, and then after the trial, they go out and they have lunch.
Yes.
And both of their clients are looking like, what the hell is going on here?
Yep, the system is built on broken promises. More proof of the elites run the show, not the press. No way Biden was making this. Of course he wasn't making decisions. But this is what I mean. This is what I fucking mean about the blindness that they have us with these parties. Everybody fucking knew Joe Biden wasn't making these decisions. Now, I was cool with it because the administration was doing what they were doing, but I'm not going to lie to myself and say that this man was capable. I sat up here and told y'all the scariest thought I ever had is the first debate that they're going to have, and Joe Biden flies into space, and all of a sudden, and it's exactly what it did. And I have the proof on these shows. I said it over. I wasn't hating. I wasn't trying to get Trump. I didn't give a fuck. But the bottom line is none of these people are on our side because they're still all rich. They're still chilling in DC. They still go to lunch. They still have dinners. And then they go in front of TV cameras and act like they're really fighting against something. More proof of that Biden was making those decisions. All right. I got it. And then after this, let me see how many I can run through. If you don't put boots on the ground, he can't make it patriot for our followers. Yeah, exactly. And be careful that something doesn't happen in this country that they're gonna blame Iran. Just be careful. I just pray for everybody. You made the title, not me. Yeah, but you pointed out the title, so then we had to address it. We had to get it. We had to get to it, and we got to it. Turn it into a Rumble podcast. Turned it into a Rumble podcast. He did get impeached, didn't he? Oh, who the fuck even knows? He did, and nothing happened. That's why I was always confused about the Bill Clinton thing. He got impeached and nothing happened. And that's a whole because they got a system that after being impeached, then something else had to happen. And yeah. Iran has been out of pocket for a very long time. Listen, we had a deal with Iran, Ryan. Obama struck a deal. Biden had the deal.
And even all the way up until Trump pushed that button, they were at the tables like in a mediated talk. They were here.
The first thing he did was in the first days, what he did was destroy everything Obama and Biden did, not because they were good or bad, just because he's a fucking kid who wanted to destroy it. And Project 25, whatever Heritage Foundation decided that we needed to have the playbook, so we're gonna destroy it all. We were cool. Everybody was cool. The only country out there that doesn't abide by nuclear armed weapons checks is Israel. And I shouldn't have said that. Everybody else was going with the program. We'll stop doing this. We're the ones that are out of pocket. We're always out of pocket. We're always out of pocket. We're always dipping into people's countries. We're always changing regimes. We're always bombing somebody for whatever purpose we feel the purpose needs to be at that time.
Right. We're like the messy cousin that just want to be in everybody's fight.
Everything.
Like we're the instigator. Oh, you heard what she said, because I wouldn't let her get away with that. I wouldn't let him get away with this. You know they hiding something over there. We are the instigating cousin that just wants to stick our nose in everybody's business.
The cost of the parachutes for this administration could probably give Flint clean water for a century. The fact that it's just the dump has to be sitting back, saying to himself and others, I can't believe these idiots are letting me get away with this. He's playing us like a puppet. He said it in an interview. He said it in an interview years ago. If I ever ran to be the president, I'd run as a Republican because they'll believe anything. That's his words. Those are his words. Pizza. Oh, she said we need the pizza song. People are being lied to from all parties involved. We're getting it from every angle. Every angle. Ryan has a point as well. Bush, Clinton, Little Bush, all should have handled it once Ronnie started picking at Iran. Ronnie, Mr. Ronnie, and his contrabands, which he had an illegal war going on, and it was funded by the crack that was being sold in California. That Oliver North sat up there for weeks, and Ronald Reagan lied 3 times. Once he said he didn't know about it. The third time he said he did know about it. The third time he said he knew about it but kind of didn't know about it. The third time was like, yeah, I did know about it. An illegal war they had that they were funding by drug dealing in California.
Lie.
All right, Billy, exactly. Yay. What did you get, Michael? I don't know what do you mean? Yay. What did you get, Mike? I don't know what I got. I don't know what you're talking about. Planet Hollywood, that ain't going to work. Everyone knows Hollywood's full of people, pedos. F that place. That's a good point. Let's go here. Ryan's administration wanted Middle East oil because they spent too much of the U.S. slave savings on Star Wars. I digress. Facts. I mean... Star Wars. That was amazing. All right, y'all. If I didn't get to your comments, I'm sorry. I got to go to my high-paying job. Mo, thank you once again for being here. We will see you tomorrow. Now, I have an idea. I need some more therapeutic questions for you tomorrow. So we will be back at it tomorrow. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, in any circumstance take it from you. From Michael Sean, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Dr. Aaron Smith, Amani, C. Chung, Kamari, from Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com. You want the hoodies, you want the mugs, you want the customized situation, or you want something out of her collection, just go to WokeUpInspired.com. We are gone. Gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you